With the war against economic crimes and corruption waxing stronger in Nigeria, it is believed that all citizens, irrespective of class or status, will lend their support to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, in its unrelenting effort to eradicate the scourge. Hello and welcome to the program, The Eagle, coming to you from the stables of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. My name is Aisha Gambari. And on the program today, we take a look at EFCC's efforts towards keying into government anti-corruption policies in Nigeria. Investigations into the public service system revealed that Nigeria lost billions of naira to the ghost worker syndrome, a calculated corrupt practice that injected hundreds of thousands of non-existent workers into the government payroll system. According to the Presidential Initiative on Continuous Auditing on the Nominal Roll, about 24,000 ghost workers were discovered in ministries, departments and agencies of government. These workers do not fall under the Integrated Payroll and Personal Information System, IPPIS. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, working in concert with the Federal Ministry of Finance, launched a swift operation that saved the government billions of naira, and nearly 40,000 ghost workers were removed from the system. The syndicate behind the monumental scam has been broken as the Commission arrested several individuals alleged to have been involved in the scam. In June 2017, the EFCC arraigned Onukaugu Onyechi Esther, Ebenua Chinazo Jennifer, and Onukaugu Joshua after they were alleged to have drawn salaries as ghost workers for 3 years to the tune of 9 million naira before the law caught up with them. Also arraigned for a similar offense is Dairo Sheung for over 11 million naira salary fraud. Another 9-man syndicate was smashed by the Commission. The syndicate was alleged to have committed 1 billion naira salary fraud involving about 600 workers. Still in government's efforts to check leakages, the federal government introduced the Treasury Single Account, TSA. The TSA, which was introduced in 2012, is a system of accounting that consolidates all inflows from all agencies of government into a single account or a set of linked accounts by governments to ensure all revenue receipts and payments are done through a consolidated revenue account at the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. The TSA allows government banking to be unified and enables the relevant stakeholders such as the Ministry of Finance and Accountant General of the Federation to have full oversight of all cash flows across different banks in the country. Sadly, the TSA was not put to proper use, which led to unquantifiable loss of revenue through leakages. This development necessitated a directive issued by the federal government in August 2015 that every ministry, departments and agencies of government should commence payment into a Treasury Single Account, TSC, for all government revenues, incomes and other receipts. The directive further instructed, and I quote, "All receipts due to the federal government or any of its agencies must be paid into the TSA or designated accounts maintained and operated in the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, except otherwise expressly approved." End of quote. The EFCC again keyed into this pronouncement. Operatives of the Commission, in a swift investigation, discovered several billions of naira hidden away by defaulting agencies, one of which is the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC. In January 2017, a former Director General of the NBC, Emeka Mba, alongside 3 others were arraigned by the Commission. They were alleged to have at various times connived and transferred the sum of about 3 billion naira unremitted funds from the NBC's account through various proxies for their personal gains. Operatives of the Commission also arrested 4 directors of the National Theatre in Lagos after they were accused to have allegedly failed to remit over 30 million naira revenue generated from the use of facilities at the theatre into the federal government treasury single account. Still on the TSA fraud, in July 2017, Justice Chuka Obiozo of the Federal High Court in Lagos ordered the monetary remittance of about $800 million by 7 Nigerian commercial banks to the federal government. The money was allegedly hidden with the banks in violation of the TSA policy.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation, and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
Still in the efforts of checking economic and financial crimes in Nigeria, the federal government in December 2016 initiated the whistleblower policy. The primary goal of the policy is to support the fight against financial crimes and corruption by increasing exposure of financial crimes and rewarding whistleblowers. In order to promote such exposure, whistleblowers are encouraged and offered protection from harassment and intimidation by their bosses or employers. The hope is that more looted funds will be recovered through the encouragement of voluntary information about corrupt practices. The EFCC has since embraced this policy and several milestones have been recorded. Please stay tuned for more details. The policy consists of 3 components. One focuses on the channels for reporting information and the type of information to be reported. The second deals with reward for reporting fraud. The whistleblower will get between 2.5% minimum and 5% maximum of the recovered loot, provided that there is a voluntary return of stolen or concealed public funds or assets on the account of the information provided. And the third component assures whistleblowers of protection. The EFCC also keyed into this policy by quickly creating reporting portals via its social media platforms at official EFCC and through dedicated phone lines manned 24 hours by staff of the Commission.
Hello, good afternoon, EFCC. How may I help you?
The very first call which came through was that which revealed huge sums of money hidden in the slums of Sabon Tasha, a suburb in Kaduna State. The Commission's operatives, in a special operation conducted on 3rd February 2017, discovered huge sums of money in a building said to belong to Dr. Andrew Yakubu, a former Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC. Suspected stolen funds to the tune of about 10 million United States dollars and another sum of 74,000 pounds sterling were discovered in cash hidden in a fireproof safe. The Commission in the same month filed for an ex parte application seeking an interim forfeiture of the money before an Abuja High Court. The application was granted even as Yakubu challenged the court order. Still in Kaduna, on March 14, 2017, EFCC operatives also intercepted the sum of about 50 million naira in sacks following a tip-off. They were discovered during a routine baggage screening at the Kaduna International Airport after the sacks were sighted unattended and without tags. A whistleblower's tip also led operatives of the EFCC to intercept huge sums of money inside a Bureau de Change office at the popular Balogun Market in Lagos. The interception followed information that cash was being moved somewhere in the market for conversion into foreign currencies by unnamed persons. Also in Lagos, officers of the EFCC's Lagos office also uncovered large sums of suspected landed money to the tune of about 500 million naira in a shop at Legiko Shopping Plaza Hamadu Bello Way, Victoria Island, Lagos. The money kept in several bags was allegedly kept away to be converted into foreign currencies. And in a residential building located on the 7th floor of Osborne Towers, Ikoyi, Lagos, operatives stormed an apartment where foreign currencies and naira notes to the tune of over 13 billion naira were recovered. The operations followed a whistleblower's confidential alert regarding some suspicious movement of bags in and out of a particular apartment in that building. The cash was discovered in large fireproof cabinets hidden within the wall inside the wardrobe. The money has since been forfeited to the federal government.
Corruption is dishonesty and illegal behavior by people in positions of trust. A public office is a public trust. Do not abuse positions of trust for private gains. Stay away from corruption. Nigeria is a great nation, and it is our responsibility to make the country greater. If you notice any act of corruption, please report to the EFCC via info@efccnigeria.org or call 09 904 4751 or 09 904 4752. You can also call 09 904 4753. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
Thank you for staying with us. In case you're just tuning in, the program is The Eagle, coming to you from the stables of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. We now take a look at the arms deal saga. President Muhammadu Buhari, after his inauguration, set up a committee to look into the irregularities that man the procurement of arms to combat terrorism in the Northeast. The committee, upon investigation, discovered that in a single stream of transaction, the sum of over $2 billion allegedly moved through the office of a one-time National Security Advisor to those of several individuals for fictitious services that were never rendered. In the vigorous pursuit of its law enforcement mandate, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, launched an investigation into this massive fraud. For a very first time in Nigeria, senior military officers, including former service chiefs, were investigated and arraigned on corruption charges after they were accused of complicity in the now infamous Armsgate saga. Please take a look at the report. One of the flanks of the war being waged by the Ibrahim Magu-led EFCC is leading to the recovery of several billions of dollars regionally provided to combat the Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast Nigeria, but which allegedly found its ways into huge private estates of top military and political leaders. The likes of Air Vice Marshal Alex Bade, retired, or former Chief of Defense Staff Adeshola Mosu, also retired, or former Chief of Air Staff, and several others serving and retired generals alongside their civilian counterparts and several politicians were arrested and arraigned for allegedly siphoning money meant for the procurement of arms into their pockets. Also arrested and arraigned in connection of the monumental fraud was Colonel Samba Dazuki, or former security advisor to former President Goodluck Jonathan. While the alleged free stealing and sharing lasted, hundreds of soldiers were dying on the battlefield. Women were raped, children were kidnapped and rendered orphans. Tens of thousands of innocent lives were lost and properties destroyed. The 2 million displaced people in camps across the country, while being thankful for their lives and for surviving the terrorism attacks in their villages, live within harsh conditions in the various camps that they find themselves. In other parts of the country, compatriots continue to live in fear, grief, pain, and sorrow. As the sufferings continued, a few individuals far away in the big cities allegedly wined and dined on what has been called blood money. They acquired properties worth billions of naira, mansions, shopping plazas, luxury cars, jewelries, and even stocked millions of dollars in their wardrobes. as an agency determined to ensure that criminals are denied access to ill-gotten wealth. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, in a well-calculated move, moved from city to city within the country to confiscate all assets traced to the arms deal fraud. For example, in Maitama, Abuja, Nigeria, one of the retired generals being prosecuted allegedly bought properties estimated to worth over 2 billion naira. While searching the buildings, operatives discovered $1 million cash hidden away in one of the rooms. The same military officer invested billions of dollars on other choice properties, one of which is this plaza, whose construction cost about 2 billion naira. Other properties allegedly traced and confiscated by the EFCC in the course of the arms deal investigations include a mansion under construction on Ethiop Close, Maitama, Abuja, worth 600 million naira. Another on Panama Close in Abuja is worth 450 million naira. And an estate on Isiaka Rabiu Avenue, Wuse-2, Abuja, is valued roughly at 2 billion naira. And on Kumasi Street, Wuse-2, also in Abuja, is another duplex valued at 320 million naira. On Agada Street, Wuse-2 in Abuja, an edifice worth 495 million naira was uncovered. And on Lake Chad Street, Maitama in Abuja, lies another property bought for 670 million naira. And in White Villa Estate, Hassan Musa Kassina Street, Asokoro, Abuja, the operatives discovered 2 terraced buildings allegedly acquired through illicit wealth for 170 million naira each. And in highbrow areas in Lagos, Nigeria, the EFCC also traced and confiscated a number of properties worth over 5 billion naira linked to the massive arms procurement fraud. Not resting on that, the Commission launched an investigation into the activities of the Ministry of Petroleum Resources. An erstwhile minister in that ministry, Daidiani Alison Madueke, and her cronies were alleged to have stolen and laundered money in properties and jewelries worth billions of dollars. After thorough investigations, a search was conducted by the EFCC operatives on Madueke's Abuja home. During the search, operatives discovered boxes of jewelries worth over £2 million suspected to be laundered funds and the sum of over $1 million stacked away in cash. Another property linked to the former minister and her cronies is a luxury 6-bedroom duplex on plot 1853, T.Y. Njuma Close, Asokoro in Abuja. The property was said to have been bought at the sum of $18 million. Other properties traced to Daziani across the country were also attached to a final forfeiture order secured by the EFCC. A federal high court in Ikoyi, Lagos on October 11, 2017, ordered the final forfeiture of 56 houses valued at about $22 million located in Abuja, Lagos, and Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The properties include 29 terrace houses comprising of 8 4-bedroom penthouse apartments. There is also 6 units of 3-bedroom apartments, another 2 units of 3-bedroom manurets. Also confiscated are 2 units of 2-bedroom apartments and 1 4-bedroom apartment, all located at number 7 Thornburn Street and 5 Raymond Street, Yaba, Lagos. Also in Lagos, 6 flats of 3 bedrooms and 1 boys' quarters were forfeited at number 135 Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, Lagos, valued at 805 million naira. Other properties forfeited are 16 4-bedroom terrace at Heritage Court Estate on Merelu Street, Diobi, GRA, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The property is valued at 928 million naira. And in Abuja, a 13 three-bedroom apartment with one maid's quarters at Mabushi Gardens Estate, plots 1205, Cadastral Zone B06 Mabushi, valued at 650 million naira, was also forfeited. This forfeiture order is in addition to another one secured by the EFCC, which ordered the final forfeiture of the sum of 7.6 billion naira loot allegedly recovered from Madueke.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I say na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, but we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, but we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh, women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health and call, we no see. I said na cankerworm, oh, na cankerworm, oh.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Nigeria, now we all know.
And this is where we draw the curtain on this week's edition of the program. Thank you for being part of the program. Please don't forget to join us next week, same time and on same station, as we bring you another interesting package. Follow us on Twitter at Official EFCC, and please like our page on Facebook.com/Official EFCC. And to watch our programs and other activities, please log on to YouTube.com/Official EFCC. I remain yours sincerely, Aisha Gambari, saying bye-bye and God bless Nigeria.